What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and real quickly before the video starts, I just wanted to let you guys know that later today I'm going to be streaming some Nuketown over on Twitch. It'll be the first link down in the description, and then at midnight I'm actually going to be streaming some Fallout 76. So if you're interested in either of those, my Twitch link is down in the description, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. Now, without further ado, let's hop into the video. So as you guys know, as of today, November 13th, Nuketown has officially been added into Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and it is way different than any other Nuketown we have ever seen before in a Call of Duty game. First of all, the first thing you'll notice is it's a snow map, which, like I said, has never been done before. Second of all, it takes place in Russia during the Cold War, so it is very, very different than any other Nuketown map we have ever seen before in a Call of Duty game. So what we have been doing recently on this channel in the past couple months is we've been taking things from Black Ops 4 and comparing them to Black Ops 3. So what I thought I would do today is take Nuketown from Black Ops 4 and compare it to Nuketown in Black Ops 3, and by the end of the video you guys can kind of let me know which Nuketown you actually like better. Now before we actually start comparing them, the one thing that I will say is the video I wanted to bring you guys today is whatever the Easter egg is on Nuketown. But as of right now, custom games are currently disabled on Nuketown, so you can't just hop in randomly and try out random things. As of right now, the only way to play this map is in public matches. So if that changes, as soon as I can, I will bring you guys videos about the Easter eggs on Nuketown. But as of right now, the only two ways to check it out are public matches and theater mode, which you're going to be seeing a lot of in this video. The first things first, what you're going to notice right away when comparing these two maps is, first of all, the Black Ops 4 version, of course, takes place during the Cold War and is much more cold, dark, and gritty. That's the best way of describing it. When compared to Black Ops 3, you have a ton of bright and vibrant colors, and there's a very, very clear difference in the aesthetic of the two maps. The other thing a lot of people are asking about is the size of the actual maps. Now, I don't know this for sure, but based off of feel, I believe the Black Ops 3 version is just a small amount bigger, simply because of the wall running mechanics. Not a lot, but just a little bit bigger. We're actually going to start on the backyard of the yellow house, where in Black Ops 4 it's actually the brown house, if you want to call it that. Once again, the inside of this house is a little bit different. You still got the kitchen, but it's a little bit darker, as I have said before. On top of that, you have a burning fireplace in the kind of living room area, if you want to call it that. Now, as far as Black Ops 3 goes, in the spawn here, we got a little bit of a shuffleboard area, and as we make our way inside, you can already see all of those colors and the difference between the two actual maps. Now, in the kitchen here, obviously a lot more futuristic, but the next thing you'll notice is in the entire bottom floor, there's a lot less clutter in Black Ops 3 than there is in Black Ops 4. Now, working our way to the middle of the map and then going to the left, we can see the vehicle sitting here in Black Ops 4 is some sort of Soviet army vehicle. Whereas in Black Ops 3, when we look at the vehicle, it's obviously much more futuristic and honestly a little bit shorter and harder to use as a head glitch. Now, making our way into the backyard of Greenhouse, working through the garage area, once again a lot more clutter in the garage. There's a sink in there, and then once we get into the back, we can see a tank covered in what appears to be wheat, and then when you go look off the back side of the map, you can see a very barren kind of winter desert in the background. Whereas when we work our way through the garage in Black Ops 3, it's a lot cleaner, less clutter, and then in the backyard where the tank was, there's simply a little shed. Now, what gets even more interesting is when you work your way to the back of the map here and look off into the distance, it's a very different story than Black Ops 4's background. You got a city, water, and really it's quite beautiful, whereas when we looked at Black Ops 4's, very empty, very barren. Now, where things start to get really different, when we go into the bottom of Greenhouse, it's honestly not even like a house anymore. It's more of like a lab / test facility than it is a house. When you look around, you don't see a living room or kitchen, you see control panels and screens pretty much everywhere. Whereas in Black Ops 3, when you hit up this house, it's a little bit different. You simply go in there and you see a house. Futuristic kitchen, futuristic living room, but all in all, it still looks like a house. Now, moving towards the middle of the map, as you can see, they aren't actually vehicles in the middle, they're actually trains on tracks, which is different than anything we've seen before. We've seen trucks, we've seen school buses, but never before have we seen trains in the middle of this map. And speaking of which, the actual middle area of Nuketown in Black Ops 3 is one of the most interesting. As you can see, they kind of have like these futuristic trucks / buses carrying the mannequins that are having some sort of light coming off of the roof. Now, once again, these aren't trains, but rather some sort of really weird bus system. Now, going up to the second floor of the green building here in Black Ops 4 is where things really start to get weird. This first room here is simply full of old-timey phones, two full shelves of them, which I really don't know why, but that's what's going on in this room. Moving to the second room, we've kind of got some sort of workspace. Chalkboards everywhere, on every wall, and even on the ceiling, with a very odd looking periodic table on the other wall. Now, normally this room is actually used as a bedroom, however, obviously in this game it is very different. However, speaking of which, going back to Black Ops 3, what we can see is the second floor of this building is very, very different. When you enter the first room, it is almost more like an office. You can see books on the shelves, the desk is still there. However, the next room is of course just a regular old bedroom, of course, once again, looking all futuristic. Now, working our way to the other side of the street, back to the other house, and up the stairs, once again, we get to see something that's a little bit more familiar, and honestly, this is probably my favorite part of the entire map. I don't really know why, but once again, we have some sort of office waiting area as this first room here, and when we move into the second room, you get the famous Nuketown bunk beds. For some reason, in this room, there always seems to be bunk beds. Going back to Black Ops 3, we actually get to see something pretty similar here. Of course, the stairs and the aesthetic looks very, very different, but the first room here, once again, we have some sort of office, and then going into the bedroom, we once again have those famous bunk beds. So this room looks a lot more familiar than the building across the street does for some reason. So there we've walked through pretty much the whole map, but of course there is a couple of things you can't miss when it comes to Nuketown. The first of which is, of course, the mannequins. Now, in Black Ops 3, the mannequins are pretty much all identical. They all have that same black and white futuristic look, where the only difference is that some of them are male and some of them are female. Now, this is similar in Black Ops 4. You do have male and female mannequins, however, they don't look futuristic, and all of them are wearing some sort of Russian winter wear. The men are wearing peacoats, and then the women are wearing winter hats, jackets, that kind of thing. Now, another similar thing to this is, of course, the Nuketown Sign. Now, both maps have the same Easter egg where the Nuketown sign displays the amount of players who have spawned in on the map, but of course the signs look incredibly different. The one from Black Ops 4 looks, first of all, Russian and older, whereas the one in Black Ops 3 looks really futuristic and really very different from all of the other Nuketown signs from all of the other Nuketown maps in every Call of Duty game. And then one of the last things is the scenery. Now, if we look around Nuketown in Black Ops 4 and look kind of in the background, once again, we can see the other houses in the Nuketown village, if you want to call it that. And in fact, they look pretty nice in the Black Ops 4 version. They almost look like chalets from some sort of ski hill or something along those lines. Whereas in Black Ops 3, the area around Nuketown is completely barren. There is no other houses anywhere to be seen around the two Nuketown houses. And I think that really ties into the backstory of the two maps. As far as the Black Ops 4 map, the backstory is that this is not a test site for nuclear missiles. It's a launch site for ICBM or nuclear missiles. As you can see at the end of a game here, there's a little cutscene of them actually launching some sort of nuke out of the center of the map. Now, every single Nuketown has a similar cutscene to this. However, normally it's not a nuke launching, but rather a nuke going off, and they're actually testing it on that facility. So that is the major difference between these two maps. And in fact, if you go around the Black Ops 4 multiplayer map for Nuketown, you'll notice that all of the chalkboards and things like that are all designed and planned around testing and launching nukes or ICBMs. So as far as creating this new Nuketown, I think they did an incredible job with it. It's obviously very different than ones we have seen before. Obviously, this one's a missile silo, as the other Nuketowns were literally test facilities. They've even mentioned that they designed these Nuketowns or previous Nuketowns after the Nuketown in one of the more recent Indiana Jones movies. And I think that is why this is really the first map that is not just a remake of Nuketown, but really a reimagining of it. So I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you like this Nuketown better than older ones? You can even rank them down in the comments, but be sure to let me know what is your favorite Nuketown map, because I'm really just curious what you guys have to say about that one. As far as my opinion, first of all, I really like how they created this map, how there's like this cool backstory behind it. However, there are a couple of problems. I think a lot of the specialist characters' abilities, Nuketown is just way too small of a map for them. For example, Seraph's tac deploy beacon can make it so the enemies literally spawn in your spawn in objective game modes, and that's a little bit nuts. So I think a few things like that may need to be removed from this map, especially the tac deploy beacon. But other than that, I really do enjoy this map. Is it my favorite Nuketown map? No, I don't think so, but I don't really know what one is. So like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. And if you want me to compare other things from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, let me know down in the comments. On top of that, if you want to stay up to date on all my videos, the best way to do so is make sure you hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard, and I want